Hello, English Flint Man here. Okay, so today we're going to try some toilet porcelain. This is the back system, it's not the actual toilet itself, so it's the, well, it is a toilet, but it's the back part, so it's not been, you know, it ain't been exposed to all the other little nasties. So, yeah. So we're going to try and make a point out of it. Just show you the procedure of it. So, let's just put that down there. Going to try the knee pad. Last video weren't too great. Yeah, a lot of it was out of frame. Yeah, still not figured out the camera angles, but yeah, I'll probably come with time. We're gonna first of all try and, I mean that's quite big, so what we're going to do is we're going to make it a bit smaller by obviously knocking some bits off of it. So I may be thinking let's say something along that lines. Pretty rudimental, you know, sort of like the basic point that everyone does. Don't ask me the names of them because I don't know. I know a couple. But let's see if we can go round it, removing. Try and get rid of a few dodgy bits first, but obviously I don't know. That's not too clever, is it? Right, there's a mastic under there, so right, is that more in frame? Yeah. Right. Right, let's got rid of that bit. Right, well that was helpful. Just quite a large removal. I've done a few of these in the past, but they are unpredictable, to say the least. A lot of people already cut the shape out, then they just work it from there, which is probably would have been a good idea, but I've got nothing to cut it. Right. What I am doing is making a bloody mess. Right, okay, so that's a big bit come off there, which is obviously cut off that, but that was just a guide. So if we end up with something close to that, we're fine. We're fine with that. Well, I'm fine with that either. There's probably loads of people looking at this now going, no, you don't do it like that. And they're probably right. My watch is coming up, loud environment. Look at that. So you really want to break it through there. Yeah, you can see that, can't you? The last video's not got very many views because majority of the video was out of frame. Right, so I'm experimenting. As long as that leg pad's in frame, then everything's in frame. How does that look? Right. So what I'm trying to do is trying to take away, get most of it away, so then we can start the over technique. So like that technique. So this is more of a just getting rid of most of the is that? Hang on 1 sec. That's better. So it hasn't snapped in half yet, so we're going round it. For some weird reason, when I'm doing my video, my arms start going out straight and everything goes out of frame. Let's try and come down a tiny bit. Right, so I need to get a majority of that away, so right. Still okay? Right. This has got like a really weird finish to it, but Right, okay. So, I should have drawn it on the back as well, but... So it hasn't snapped so far. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start turning over like that. Which they call the la famoise technique, which I'm probably saying it wrong, but I don't really care. But some people know what I'm talking about. Some people don't. So what will probably happen with this point is it will end up sort of that sort of size by the time I reduce it down. But then again, it might not. I'm going to go down bopper size. So now I'm going to start trying to remove this and get some sort of shape to it. So what I'm going to do is move this on the side like this. Taking off flake scars like that. Because I want to thin it down. It is quite thin anyway. But the idea is to thin it down. But so you have to hit on the sides. And turning it over. Right, so I'm going to draw one on the back as well. Just so that when I turn it over, I can see. No, oh, shit. Right. So this is what I'm saying. Once you lose your concentration, that can happen. But what I did there was I hit this end. If you go back on the video, you'll see it. I hit this end and it end shocked it. Okay. I mean, look at all that mess. I should have really pushed the blanket further over there, but that's all right. Right, so I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to have to try and now work this to a smaller point. So this is more going to be like, sort of like that now. Trying to get rid of all this section here. you know, I had a feeling that was going to happen. And yet I just carried on doing it. Because the good thing about flint knapping is if you've got loads of bits and bobs, you can just start again. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start from there and leave that on. Right, let's see if we can get this. So now we're going to that. Yeah, so we're coming down there. Looks a bit crap, doesn't it? And the difference, obviously, with man-made material is it's a different skill set. So you've got to be careful not to mess it up. But that's starting to look more like a point now. Be so careful, these end bits. But when I first started out, I was doing a lot of these. Obviously, they was because it's readily available, you know. Because you just don't know where to get any materials, especially in the UK. But then when you start learning where stuff is, you can go to your local B&Q and just go in there and just say to them, can I pick up some little samples or bits and bobs? And then you've got little bits of tiles and stuff. But then someone said to me, toilet porcelain's a lot better quality, and it's very consistent, like certain American shirts and one thing or another. So I obviously got to hold this end here. Started doing that for a while until I could get my hands on some proper flint and some proper materials. And then obviously you start learning like that way. Right, I don't want to go near that front edge at the moment. Right, so we've got a decent biface. Idea is now to get those flakes across, because we want to get rid of obviously the marks of the felt tip. So we've got a loads of platforms all the way along, as you can see, on the back as well. So they're ready for indirect percussion. We're going to use the 1/4 of an inch bar. Obviously under the leg, as usual. Yeah, right, okay. This is where you do get a lot of end shock, but we're trying to get all these off now, try and driving them flakes across. So we're trying to get rid of those. See, that's what you want. And that applies to flint, it applies to all of them. So we're making our way both sides, trying to keep it as even as possible. That was a bit of a heart stopper there. Let's try and take that off there. Right, okay. Here we go. Right. So far, so good. Right, so we've got still quite a bit to come off there, little bit to come off here. There's a bit of mastic still there, so yeah, we've still got a way to go. There's a nice big removal there, but see if we can get some more off. There's quite a big bit. That's that mastic gone. It's just a process of elimination, really. Trying to get as much gone as possible. This is the bit that gives me the this is the end shock area. Which is don't know why it creates, whenever you hit the end, why it shoots along, I don't know, but it's just the way it does. The old temperature's dropping now in the garage. So we've near enough removed all the porcelain on there, where it's more of a matty sort of thing. Right, here we go. We're sort of getting towards the dreaded sweat stage. But in my case, it's the sweat stage all the time. Because I really want to get those flakes across, but to get them across, you've got to give it that extra bit of, you know, that extra bit of power, which, you know, can cause the problems. Try and create a little platform here. So that's pretty even. And the idea is to try and creep up on it from different angles, which don't always work. Right, so we've got a little piece there, a little bit running through the middle, so we can bring this in slightly. You can abrade to get that in further, so you can bring it in further, so that it makes, when you drive those flakes, it's less distance for it to travel. This is really sweating stage now. Right, so I've got a bit of a right, quite a big piece come off there. Right, so we really need to start removing down here, but this is where I'm worried about this this back piece. Oh, well, there's a piece gone there. That was quite nice. So we're nearly all removed on this side. We can come in a bit further, but it's sort of hinging there. That bit up there's got to come off, so ooh, dodgy. Dodgy, dodgy, dodgy. Took a chunk out there, but I've still got plenty of room to play with. I'm trying to keep this as fat as I can for the time being. That took off quite a bit. Right, we really need to get this back bit, but to be honest, what's worrying me is this end shock, but oh, you look, see, same again. Hit on the back, shot through, wallop. Should I have been holding the end? I don't know. Right, but look, we're not going to give up. So that's gone. So now we're going to curve this over. So it is now starting to go smaller, but we can still got room for manoeuvre. See, the thing is with these as well, these porcelain tiles, they are extremely porous at times. Right, what I'm going to do, bring the old issue stick into play. Right, okay. Like I say, these things happen. You just have to carry on. But it does make it harder when you're videoing it as well. Because you're trying to make sure that everything goes right, but it's not always the case, is it? Right, okay, so we're bringing that in now. I think let's go more picking stage, I think. Right, okay, that's looking a bit better. I don't normally do it like this, but I've seen someone doing it the other day and I thought to myself, I might as well do that myself, because at least I can see what I'm doing, as it were. Right, okay, so we've created a platform this side, so we can get that off, like so. And then we can drive one across to start removing that. Right, okay. Well, we're still in the game. Just. Right. Yeah. Right, okay. Hopefully that's in frame. Right, we're getting back to some sort of normality. Right, let's try and pick this through here. Bringing that centre line up because I've sort of lost my way a bit here. Much better centre line there. I'll do the same this side as well. We'll leave that bit, go past that. Try and do the back. You can quite easily, well, as any napper will know, you can start losing your rhythm and you go all over the place, your ups and downs and everything else. So you have to watch what you're doing and try and get it right, which I'm doing now. because pressure flaking is just as important as all the other. I'd probably say it's probably one of the most important things, because what it does, it gets you back to a nice centre line like that. The back's not that great, but we can, like I say, my skill set's not there yet, but I'm getting there slowly. Like I say, this is more of a YouTube channel for progress, me learning, not someone that's already good at it. I'm learning as I go. Right, so we're still in the game. We've still got a little bit of stuff on there. I shouldn't have written on that, should I? But I still need to remove it. So I could try and get under it in here. No, it's going to have to be indirect. Right, so what we'll do is we'll get that. Just make sure you can see that. Right, we've got some more removals to go, but we've got much better platforms now to work with, so first one's going to be here. Right, that'll come out pretty well. I'll go over to the other side. Let's try and get through this middle bit. Right, it's sort of stopping there. So we're going to have to work our way around this side. I think I'm going to have to keep my mouth shut now, because I need to know what I'm doing here. Right, that was nice. Come on, baby. Get across. Come on. Right, I took an awful big chunk out, but we're still in the game. Right, okay. Right, so what we've done there now is we've created a little bit of a scoop section, so we can get that out. Right. That was pretty good. Obviously dicing with death there. Right. Need a couple of important removals to make this all worthwhile, and this is one of them. Right, well, it's hinged there, unfortunately, so we've still got that lump there, but we have got this little section here that we can deal with. So there's still room for getting this out. Right, we probably might be able to go from the back. There is a couple of platforms there which could get rid of all that mess. They went, but then they stopped. Right. So we're still all right. We're still hanging in on there. Even with all the breakages, starting out big and ending up small, we're still okay. There's still a point here. This side needs help. But it's still doable. Right, if we could just get that gone there, we're in business. Might as well make a feature out of it. We're going to have a couple of little notches here as well. Right. Turtleback City. Is it going to work? Ain't it going to work? Who knows? should have been long gone by now, but unfortunately it's not. So we're going to knock down a couple of bits first to make the right sort of platform. Believe it or not, we're still okay. I don't know how, but we are. Right. Okay. Unfortunately, it's the end of that. There was still life left in it. Yeah. But got a bit impatient. Started to work it all right, but anyway, it is what it is. It's one of them things. English Flint Man signing off. Like and subscribe. You probably won't like that one, but you know, I'm still learning. English Flint Man signing off. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.